The next step is to get our green pepper going, and so let's kind of mark it a little bit. It's a little bit taller, so if the yellow pepper is here, maybe our green pepper is this tall, like up there. Okay, back in action there. So that was the height of our green pepper, was about there. And then the bottom of our green pepper is about the same height as our yellow pepper, so we're going to move over and say that the bottom of the pepper is about right there. I'm looking at the distance. There's more room on the outside than there is on the inside. And so I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to look how close this pepper is, and I'm going to say that it looks like it's about starting there. And the width of it, let's say, the pepper is a little taller. And so now we see the rectangle that our pepper is going to be in. It's going to be within this space right here. So our pepper has to go inside that area. And we know that this is the width. So let's start out by just rounding off the top like we see here. Right, and this one is pretty big. There's bump number 1, and then there's bump number 2, like that. This one I'm going to take and I'm going to round it so it comes down a little bit like this. And then bump number 3 goes right here, and that goes out to our total width there. And so there's the 3 bumps on our top of pepper is just slightly diagonal down, right? And so if we come out here and put this slightly diagonal down, got to go all the way to the bottom here, right? And then as it starts to curve in, we have just 2 big bumps at the bottom. We have bump number 1, and then we have a big bump that's actually going to be this guy. I'm going to take this line down like this, and I'm going to make for that guy, and then this one is going to round down and so there's this one has almost a heart shape right here that we're dealing with, and it has a little part that sticks out a little bit here, and it has another little bump up and coming in like this. That's the back bump, and there's 3 bumps back there. Bump number 2, like that, and then bump number 3. And this one also has a little stem right in the middle, and so it's going to come here. It's going to come here. This one we don't see the top of it very much. We just see mostly the side view of it. Basic outline of it. We got that going. Greeny. I'm going to erase some of the little lines on the inside and stuff. Some of our guidelines that we had. And so there's our basic pepper. Now, shapes. There's a dark green piece that is right here, and it looks like it comes down about a sticky outy part right here, right? And so there's a dark green swatch here like that. So that's the darkest green area right here. The next area is a pretty big area. It's pretty close to the top. There's a little bit of separation. It comes all the way over to about midway through this. and then it's going to start to come down a little bit. And come back in here. There's that little peninsula right there. And that is this big green area. And so dark area, next dark area, and next, and it's because it's right next to this one, and it stays right next to it like this as it comes down here and then loops back around and up. And so there's our white area right inside here. Also, there's a little bit of a light area on. I'm going to do my stem. And then there's a dark one on this side of our stem. Now, here, our next light area is just kind of a little triangle thing or shape. And then there's another little one right here. And then there's a dark area. A dark area right here on the bottom that I can see. Here's the big darker area, and there's the light area. There's another light one here, a light one there, a slightly dark one here. There's a dark area that kind of comes up like that. And then there's a little bit of an area over here off of this bump. And these other ones I'm just going to leave kind of as is. We'll take care of those as we make them. And so there is the green pepper drawing.